School is back in session, and you know what that means. It's time to fill those lunch boxes. Joining us live is clinical nutritionist Tara Coleman to make sure that we are sending our kids to school with the best snacks. Good morning, Tara.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. So I'm one of those moms. I've got my two little ones. We go through the grocery store, up and down every aisle. I'm like, grab whatever you want, and we get to the end, and they're like, I don't see anything. I'm like, oh my goodness.
They sound like me.
Yes. So I could use any bit of help we can get as far as creativity for the lunch boxes and snacks.
Excellent. Well, when it comes to snacks for school, you want to keep them energized, but also keep them full so they can concentrate, right? Yep. So there's two main components of a really perfect balanced snack. First is carbohydrates, right? This is their energy, this is their fuel. Typically we think of whole grains when we think of carbs, which is true, but fruits and vegetables are the most important carbohydrates. Again, this gives them energy and most of their vitamins and minerals. Okay. So this is half the equation.
Because they burn a lot of energy, especially out on the playgrounds and PE.
I'm sure their teachers would agree.
Yes, energy is good.
Okay, so the second part is their staying power. This is protein and fat. This is going to keep them full, and the fat also gives them really important nutrients for their brain. So when we think of protein and fat, we think of animal protein typically, right? Which is very true, but also nuts, seeds, dairy, hummus. There's a lot of protein and fat options.
The good fats.
Exactly. So again, this is going to keep them full. So a perfect snack really just needs to have something from this group and something from that group.
Okay.
So as long as you have both components, that's the most important. So here's some examples that we have over here. So you could do some yogurt and you could do some fruit. You could do some avocado and crackers, or hummus and carrots, or even hummus and fruit, apples and peanut butter. Any sort of combination of a protein, fat, and carbohydrate combo. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Awesome.
What about the parents? Because obviously we need energy as well to keep going and make these lunches.
Well, this holds true for us too, right? So, you know, this is great for kids, but also for adults, because we need energy and we need staying power as well. But one thing that I wanted to show you that I get asked about all the time is labels. Okay. Right. So a lot of these things don't have labels, which is great. Right. But let's say you're at a store and you're looking at something and you're trying to figure out if this is a good product. So this on the front is beautiful, but this is all marketing. The real stuff is on the back.
I know, you know, and I have friends that always tell me to look for things, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm looking at when I look at the back of these things.
So there's really only two things I need you to focus on. First is the ingredients, and this might be kind of hard for you to see, but you want these to be simple. So this says apples, water, vitamin C. Very wholesome ingredients. The second thing is I want you to look at added sugars. So this has 0 added sugars. Wholesome ingredients, no added sugars. This is a great product.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I know, yeah, the sugars are never good, right?
Absolutely.
Now, so when doing all of this and making lunches, kids can be picky.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on how I'm looking at all this and I'm like, my kids would probably only eat about 3 things on this table. Yes. How do you get kids to eat like this?
Well, there's a couple different things. One, I would do a variety, right? So I pulled fruits and vegetables. If that's not up for your kids, do a tortilla with some peanut butter, right? Figure out what they actually like, so they'll actually eat it, because healthy food only works if they put it in their body. Yeah. But 2, I would, you know, I know that's easy to stress about, but just start exposing. They're not going to eat it. Don't take that as a reflection of you as a parent. But I think kids need to see something, I believe it's about 18 to 30 times before they actually eat it.
Got it.
So just keep that in mind.
Keep retrying it.
Yeah, and I know that's so much easier to say standing right here than when you're like, please eat it.
Well, my kids always need calories. They're on the thin side, so I'm always trying to they won't eat peanut butter, and they won't, it's difficult. It's a challenge every day.
So fat's gonna be a little bit denser in calories. So anything that you can come up with, whether it's full fat dairy or things like that, that's gonna give them the more of the energy that they need.
Okay, Tara, thank you so much for coming in and giving us some wonderful ideas, because I lose creativity every time I open their lunchbox, but this definitely helps.
Well, you just call me.
Okay, I'll call you. Can you start packing them for me?
Yes.
All right, we have to take a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.